What's up? What's up? Oh, my mic's up there. I'm just hanging in here, checking out some things. Let's see. Bring my mic down. Haven't been in here for a minute, but I just wanted to come by. Happy Hump Day. Happy Hump Day. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's doing all right. Just chilling. Happy Hump Day. First things first. First time you've been to the channel, I'm going to turn this music down a little bit. But if it's the first time you've been to the channel, I salute the divinity in you. I respect the divinity in you. Thank you guys for showing up. If it's the first time you've been here, I'm listening to a little lo-fi music right now. Just hanging in there, doing what I got to do, getting it done, making sure I'm taking care of the things that I need to take care of. Like I said, once again, I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody is enjoying themselves, getting everything done that they need to get done. All right? So I just wanted to come by, bring some positive energy. Hopefully I can bring some positive energy to you. Hopefully I can bring you something that you can carry with you along your journey and along on your path to where you got to go. I just enjoy coming here. I just enjoy the beautiful infinite creators. I enjoy hanging out with the beautiful infinite creators when I do. I just figured I'd come in tonight and just hang out a little bit and just shoot the breeze. I want to just shoot the breeze. Nothing major, nothing popping. Matter of fact, I'm looking for my headphones right now. I can't find my headphones. But I guess I'm going to just be on here without my headphones for now. Turn one of my speakers down so I won't get any feedback. But yeah, everything is everything. Everything is cool. Everything is great. Life is cool. I don't have any complaints. It looks like everything's starting to open up now where I'm at. Schools look like they're trying to go to school full time, and look like they're trying to open these sports stadiums up, these sports arenas up. Also, I want to talk about, I want to see if anybody's got any good tips. I'm looking for some stock. You know, if you guys got any good stocks or any good ideas, let me know. Let me know if you want me to talk to somebody, if you got any ideas or you got any people you want me to interview on the beautiful Infinite Creators or Infinite Creators Live. Just shoot me an email, shoot me a note. We could definitely work to make that happen for you guys. I got some more things coming up for you, but I just wanted to come by, show some love, bring some positive energy. I hope everybody's doing well. Make sure you study your universal laws. Very important, very important. I learned that along my path. Numerology is cool too. Numerology is cool too if you're into that. Crystals, I'm not going to talk too much about crystals because that's not one of my big things, but I'm into it. I got a few crystals, but it's nothing crazy. I've got like one of these books here, Crystal Bible. I ended up picking up one of these because I was basically attracting so much of that information into my life. But yeah, once again, I appreciate everybody who come here and check it out. I know it's Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. It is February, I believe it's the 24th, 2021. Make sure you guys are doing what you need to do. Haven't checked out anything really crazy. If you got anything crazy or anything. Oh, Tiger Woods. Yeah, Tiger Woods got in a car accident yesterday. I was talking about that on another platform that I was on. I'm on another platform. I'm on a couple of platforms, but definitely Tiger Woods. You want to send some thoughts and prayers out to Tiger Woods. Send him some positive energy. Anybody who's going through anything like that is tough because he uses his legs and he was in a car accident and they said he was alert and aware. So hopefully he could have a speedy recovery and get back to his life. And as I was saying, be the change you want to see. definitely do the things that you need to do. Don't worry about the things that are going on outside of you. Focus on what's going on inside of you. Focus on what really matters. Focus on the mind. Focus on the spirit. Focus on the body. Focus on what you want in life. Now, somebody's calling me on this phone, but I don't know who it is, so I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, if there's any topics that you guys want to talk about, anything you want to discuss, I'm here. I'm just working on my format right now. I'm gonna be able to make it a little more tighter, hopefully, in the next few weeks. When I go live, how I go live, and there's certain things that I'm gonna bring, interviews, podcasts. You can check out the podcast on Apple Podcasts. You can check it out on Stitcher. You can check us out, I believe, on Spotify. So yeah, we're out here. We try to put out interviews up there online, so it'll be available to you when you're in your car or when you're cleaning your house. If there's anybody that you want to talk to or you think deserves a conversation on the Infinite Creators, let us know. We're open to it. We're definitely open to that. I also want to thank anybody who's taken the time out and share the energy with us and come by and just hang out when we do hang out. I like to play some records. What do we got here? Some other stuff, you know. But right now, it's just one of these days where I just feel like coming on and just hanging out. It's nothing major. I don't have anything off the wall or off the hook that I have on my spirit or I have on my mind that I need to like talk about. I just want to come by and make sure I'm interacting with the beautiful infinite creators. Got some ideas. I want to get that exchange, that transmutation, that alchemy going. I'm all about the alchemy, turning that lead into gold. I'm about that, turning that water into wine. That alchemy. I definitely want to bring you guys some value when I do show up. Like I said, it's nothing major right now because I don't have anything too much to share except for keep doing what you need to do in order to grow. Get your sleep, get your exercise, meditate, pray, whatever rituals that you do it. Do it. The main thing I would tell you or anybody who ever checks out the channel or who would listen to it was believe in yourself. Your belief is so important. Your belief is so important. And when I say your belief is so important, your mind is what guides your life. And if you don't believe that, I mean, you might have to do a little studying. Maybe grab a book or something or a notebook and start journaling or start studying yourself and start studying your mind and realize how important your belief is. And all the people I've been talking to recently, it seems like everything always boils down or come down to belief. So for me, I understand, some people give their beliefs over to things outside of themselves externally. Some people believe in things outside of them more than they believe in themselves. I can't fault anybody. I can't knock anybody for that because you're only what you were born in. For a lot of people, especially young people, only what you were born in until you form your own mind, your own mindset, your own thoughts, until you come into your own. You're only what your parents were. You're only what the people is, your environment, the people around you. So if you don't know any better, it's kind of hard to see life differently or to see things differently unless you're experiencing different things, if you're traveling and you're seeing other people live differently, then you're going to only do with, let's say, the people you've been around your whole life. That's why I always used to hear Bob Proctor and Jim Rohn and guys like this. They would always say, your money will always reflect the 3 to 5 people that you're around. So your income will usually reflect the people that you're around. And what that means is if, like, for example, if you're making $50,000 a year, chances are the people who you're closest to or you're hanging around, they're probably making that kind of money. But if you get out of your comfort zone, meet new people, do the new things, see new things, then you have the ability to take your game to another level. Then you challenge yourself to grow. And it's all about growing, creating, and evolving. Creating and evolving. Don't be so comfortable where you're afraid to change. Don't be so comfortable where you are afraid to learn. Fear is the real big enemy. Fear is the only devil. Ignorance and fear is the things that are going to hold you back from achieving the things that you want to achieve. Because at the end of the day, we all know what it is. Everybody knows what it is, but you have to have the faith to even look for the answers. Hell, we have a whole internet in front of us. You can find any answer you want only if you know what questions to ask. You can find the answers. How? You could go to YouTube, you could go to Twitch, you could go to search engines, you can go to Google, you can go. This is, and when I was interviewing, I believe Nod Poppy or the Nod Father, and he said this, that was something that stuck out to me. It was like everything's at your fingertips, but you have to put in the work. You can't, you could be self-taught, and I wouldn't even call it self-taught because other people, they're sharing their knowledge and they're sharing their information, whether it's on stocks, whether it's on real estate, whether it's on music production, whether it's on, I don't know. You could find literally anything on the internet. You can find anything in the world right now. So don't be content living in ignorance. I'm going to say that again. Don't be content, or don't be content living in ignorance. Learn, seek out the answers. Seek out the answers. Seek and you will find. That's a law. That's a law. That's a law. Seek and you will find. Knock and it shall be open unto you. But you gotta want to. You gotta want to do better. You gotta want to grow. You gotta want to find the answers. You gotta want it, and when you want to find the answers, you will find the answers. You will find the answers. But have faith in yourself. Have faith that you can get it done. Have faith that you could accomplish the mission. Have faith that you can do it. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. All I'm saying is you can find the answers. That's the only thing I'm saying. You can find the answers if you really want the answers. If you don't want the answers, then don't do anything. Just sit back and hope for your life to change. Hope for things to get better. Wish for things to get better. You know? I mean, I went on YouTube today. I was home. I got a kettlebell maybe a few days ago, and I just had it in my closet. And I just wanted to find a few workouts to maybe start doing with the kettlebell. I have a treadmill and I have a bicycle that I have, whatever. But I wanted to implement some more weights into my regimen. And I looked at one channel. It was like, okay, for this subscription for $8. I mean, I can't really cry about that either. A $7, $8 subscription, I can't really cry about it. The tools are here, guys. The tools are already here. You have all the tools you need because if you have cable or you have an internet connection, you pretty much have all the tools you need. But you're still going to have to do some work. You're still going to have to do some work. So I instead of going to the channel where there was a $7 subscription, all I did was go on YouTube and I found several programs. The programs are there. Remember, get it. Programs. Reprogram yourself, whether it's that workout regimen, whether it's that planning regimen, whether it's that dinner, that cooking. It's a program. The program is what you're running. The computer, the software, the hardware. The computer, and actually the computer is a replica of the human mind. Hardware, you're the hardware, the software, the memory, all that stuff. The computer is pretty much it's a knockoff of the human, but you have a super mind in you. You have a super mind in you. Don't forget that. No computer can do what you can do. None in the world. None can do what you could do, whether you think that or not. It's just whether you're going to put in the work. So I looked at the program. I checked it out. One was for 25 minutes. And what I notice is that there's plenty of programs out there. There's plenty of programs, and I always tell my kids, anything will work as long as you work it. I'm going to say that again. Anything will work as long as you work it. If you don't work it, it can't work. If you do not work it, it can't work. You can change your body if you work it. You can change your mind if you work it. You could do whatever you want to do if you work it. And the real secret to success, which isn't really a secret, what I would say is discipline. Discipline. That's the real secret. There's no secret. But the funny thing is when people talk about work, Henry Ford said opportunity is always there, but it's dressed up in overalls and hard work. Opportunities all around you, but it won't print signs for you to see it. If you don't put in the work, how are you going to recognize the opportunity? How are you going to take advantage of the opportunity? In order to take advantage of the opportunity, you have to put in the work. You got to put in the work. If you don't work, I was taught if you don't work, you don't eat. And nowadays that's not necessarily true. You get a lot of people eating and they're not working. But what that means is whether it's physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, whatever, you should definitely put forth the effort. Put forth the effort in whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to do YouTube videos, don't worry about the subscribers. Don't worry about the likes. Don't worry about who's watching you and who's not watching you. It's not for if it's not for them, it's not for them. But you stay committed and you work on your craft. You continue to build on your craft. Okay? If YouTube isn't for you, go to freaking Twitch. Twitch is cool. Go to Bumble. All these things are cool. But the thing is, you have to learn the platform. You have to learn the format. You have to learn what works. You have to understand what works, and you can't be afraid to invest in your craft. You can't be afraid to invest in a microphone, invest in a camera monitor, invest in a phone. I mean, everybody's got a phone. Nowadays, all you need is a cell phone. And there's plenty of people who are doing it. If they can do it, you can do it too. You get that? If they can do it, you can do it too. You don't need to be Chris. You don't need to be this guy over there, that woman over there. All you need to do is be yourself. The world needs you. The world needs you, but you have to put in the work. You have to show up. I can't show up for you. I can't take the shots for you. You can pass me the ball. I'll take the shots. If you don't want to take the shots, I will take the shots. But in reality, you got to go in the gym and you got to go shoot the ball. You got to make a play. Who can make a play? Who can make a play? Are you going to sit back and blame everybody else for your situation? Or are you going to do something about it? Are you going to change your life? Are you happy with where you are? You might just be happy where you are, and that's fine. You might just be content being where you are in life. And that's cool. I don't have a problem with that. But if you're not happy with where you are in life, remember, you have the power to change that. You can change that. You can change that. But you have to know where you're going, and you have to know what you want. If you don't know what you want and you can't focus, then how are you going to ever get to where you're going when you don't know where you're going? So here's a quick story. I'm not going to stay here too much longer, but here's a quick story. So I'm in the car with my kid, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, I have to delete this app from the bank on my phone." And I'm like, "Well, why do you want to delete the app on the phone, your bank app?" And she says, "Because every time I get money, it's just too easy for me to spend my money." So I thought about it for a second. I said, "Okay, well, do whatever you have to do, or do whatever you think you need to do, and fine." So she said, "Well, I'm going to delete the app. I don't really care. Either way, it doesn't make me much of a difference. But I'm trying to teach her a lesson. And I'm trying to teach her how to manage money and how to control money and not let money control her." So what she said was like, and what I told her, I said, what happens with a lot of people is spending money becomes, I don't want to say an addiction, but yeah, it becomes an addiction. And I told her, if you're not able to save money or to invest money, then the seeds of greatness aren't in you. And that was, I believe, Either Napoleon Hill, I may be getting this wrong, so forgive me, but it's either Napoleon Hill or Ford. One of these guys always said that if you cannot save money, then the seeds of greatness is not within you. Remember, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. If you're making $60,000 a year and you're spending $60,000 a year, the question then becomes, how much did you make? If you're earning $60,000 and you're spending $60,000, how much money did you make? Zero. Zero. So make it a practice to put aside 10% of your income, of every dollar you make. Put aside 10%. So when you do get an opportunity, you could take advantage of it. All right? Save a part of everything you earn is yours to keep. Get that. A part of everything you earn is yours to keep. Pay yourself first. And this is the lesson that I was trying to teach my daughter. I'm trying to teach my daughter. Like, you could go on Amazon and you could buy webcams, you could buy books, and books are great investments. As you guys can tell, I love the books. I love it. But if you don't pay you, the only person who's going to be hurting when you don't have it is you. And that's my big point that I was trying to make to her. If you spend every penny you ever get and you don't have anything, when you don't have the money for your phone, your lights, your gas, your car, your mortgage, your rent, I don't care what it is. If you don't have the money for it, who's the person that's going to be hurting? Yeah, it's not the light company who's going to be hurting. It's not the gas company. I'm not telling you guys not to pay your bills. Don't get me wrong. It's not the cell phone company who's going to be hurting. No, it's not the guy the bank who's going to be hurting. It's not that. Those aren't the people who are going to be hurting. If you don't learn to pay yourself, if you don't learn to pay yourself first, remember, the government gets its money first. Before you even get your check, if you're working in a job, your taxes are taken out. Your taxes are taken out on earned income. And then if you're working on a job, you get taxed before you get your money. And when you go to the store, guess what? You're getting taxed again. So it's a matter of perspective. It's a shift in perspective. And something that got me to change my perspective along my journey was Robert Kiyosaki was a big guy who helped me change my perspective and thinking about money and had me really putting in the work. Tony Robbins was another one who helped me with my mindset and my mind frame when it comes to dealing with money. And most people don't get it. They're like, oh, you got to pay your bills. Of course you got to pay your bills. Of course you got to pay your bills. I would never tell you not to pay your bills, but I would tell you, make sure you pay yourself. Pay yourself. And Dave Ramsey he's also a good influence. He said something else that stuck out to me. He said, never attach your checkings account to your savings account. And most people would be like, what? Never. I'm going to tell you again. I'll say it because it's a lesson that hopefully you don't have to learn. And he shares it. Never attach your checkings account to your savings. Never. I'm going to say it again. Never attach your checkings account to your savings. Why? Because when you start spending out of that checking account and you don't have the money in the checking account, what the first thing you're going to do is transfer that money out of your savings account. Now you're going to deplete your savings account to use your checkings, which is terrible. Which is terrible. Now you're eating your own money. Do not eat the seeds of your greatness, and do not eat the basically it's your wealth. When you eat the children of your slaves, and the slaves is your money. That's what your slaves is. I don't care if you got pennies. If you invest those pennies and you send those pennies out to get more money, they'll bring more money back to you if you know how to invest it. But don't eat the children of your slaves. And the slaves is your money. Your dollars are your slaves. But if you don't send your slaves to work, meaning in the stock market, in the real estate market, in other investments, whether they're passive or portfolio. Learn different investment vehicles. Learn different tools so your slaves can go out to work for you and bring it back and bring you back more slaves. And what I mean by more slaves, bring you back some more money who will go out and get more money. Don't eat the children of your slaves. And what I mean by when I say don't eat the children of your slaves, don't eat the profits. Don't eat your profits. If you're in a business or you're starting a business and you're earning money, don't eat the profits, because when you eat the profits, then you're minimizing your chance of becoming successful or your chances on taking advantage of an opportunity when the opportunity presents itself. Remember, luck is when preparation and opportunity come together, then you become lucky. When preparation and opportunity come together, you become lucky. So in being prepared, saving and investing is preparing. That's preparing. That's your plan. You're preparing. Okay? For the opportunity, whatever the opportunity may be. Maybe you might have an opportunity to buy a business. Maybe you may have an opportunity to go in business. Maybe you may have an opportunity to go travel. Maybe you may have an opportunity to buy something that you really like. But if you don't have the money to take advantage of the opportunity, who's going to look crazy? Who's going to look crazy? You're going to look crazy. You're going to look crazy. You're the only person who's going to look crazy. So you can go ahead and pay everybody if you want. And I'm not telling you, I'm going to say it again. I'm not telling you not to pay people or not to pay your bills. All I'm saying is the first person you make sure you pay is you. Make sure you do that first. Make sure. So I just told you that story about my kid because, like I said, it was funny because she went up with her friends over the weekend and her brother gave her some money. And when she got home, I talked to her. I said, well, did you buy anything? She said, no. And I looked at her and I was kind of puzzled. I said, you didn't buy anything? She said, no, I don't think that's for me. So I started laughing and I thought about it for a second. I said, oh, I see what you just did. She said, what? I said, you just saved your money and now you're going to put it in the bank. She started laughing. So hopefully she's learning and she's getting the lesson. You don't have, just because you have $20, that don't mean you have to spend $20. You can spend 17 and keep 3. You can spend 15 and keep 5. You can spend 10 and keep 10. It's just what your plans are, what your goal is. But discipline is the true secret to success. Because if you could discipline yourself to save your money, if you could discipline yourself to invest your money, if you could discipline yourself to learn, then you have the seeds of greatness. They're there. They're there. If you could discipline yourself to learn more, you've got the answers. If you could go find the answers, and you got the discipline, and you've got the will to go find other people who may know more than you, I salute you. I salute you and I respect you, because now you've taken, let's say, the element of surprise out of it. You've made your game fix. You fixed your fight. All my fights are, I try to keep all my fights a fix. So when you take a lot of the guessing out of the game and you take a lot out of it and you fix it, and what I mean fix it, by being prepared. When you prepared for the situation or a situation, then you've made it that much easier. Basketball, sports teams, football teams, soccer teams, all these teams, they don't just win the game on Sundays and Saturdays or Thursdays or Fridays. They don't just win the game. Then they won the game in practice all week in the off season. They won the game in the weight room. They won the game in the study room. They won the game in the film room. They won the game in the meeting room. It's not just about going to the game on Sunday. It's just not about showing up to the game. You have to put in the work. You have to put in the work in all areas of your life. All areas of your life. Not just financially, not just socially, not just there's all areas of your life that that you have to focus on and that you have to concentrate on. But remember, if you're gonna win in this game that you're playing in, then you have to practice. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. You have to take out a piece of paper. You might have to grab a notebook, and then you might have to sketch out a few things and write down what are some of the things that you could do in order to make your situation better. What are some of the things? What are the pros right now in your life? What are the cons right now? I'm good. I'm good, Red Brand 47. I'm good. How you doing? So what are the good? What's going on? I'm good. I hope you're doing good. What are the pros? And what are the pros and what are the cons? How are you going to make a change? What are some of the things that you could do? What are some of the things you could do to make your life better? How are you, Red? Yeah, so I just want to come by and just hopefully bring some value and make sure I'm just touching base. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday, guys. We're gonna go into the strong end. We gonna get after it. I'm gonna probably be back tomorrow and do some probably do a live. But I just want to come on, like I said, and give something and share something because too much given, much is expected. Much given is much is accepted. Much is expected. So I know I was talking about pros and cons right quick. I'm sorry, pros and cons, but you might want to take up. That's good. There you go. I appreciate that. You got it. You got it. You first. You first. And people might tell you, "Oh, you're selfish. Oh, you're narcissistic. Or you're conceited. Or you're a narcissist." Listen, if you don't love you, nobody else will. If you don't take care of you, I don't know who else will. Once you reach a certain point, I mean, if you're a little kid, you're a little baby, of course you got your parents and things like that, people taking care of you. But once you reach a certain age, I've known kids who got kicked out of the house at 15, 16, 17, and they had to figure it out. And they have to figure it out. Just don't be afraid to go in the bookstore. Just don't be afraid to study what it is that you want to do. Don't be afraid to look on the internet because you already here. So look for the answers. Look for the answers. If you want to be let's say you want to be a better fisherman, there's books on that. If you want to be a better painter, there's books on that. There's people out here who's into that. At facts, X was definitely into bettering himself. He was definitely was into improving. But you have to, you have to get better. Yeah. But like I said, you have to do that. You have to take care of yourself. You have to focus on you. Don't be sidetracked. Don't let the friends sidetrack you. Don't let them become distractions. Don't let people distract you from you. Put the focus right here. That's the gold mine. That's the gold mine between your ears. Between your ears is the gold mine. The gold mine. When you learn about the gold mine, when you learn about the gold mine, you learn how to use the gold mine. I wonder if you could get on YouTube and say, how do I tap? How do I tap into my mind? I wonder what will come up. I'm going to try it. Or how to understand my mind. I guarantee you're going to come up with so many things, and you're going to find certain things that's going to help you with the mind. But if you're not looking for that information, how are you supposed to find it? So get a notebook. Get a notebook. Write all the questions that you can come up with, and start going through your questions. Going through your questions. There's this, you might have a question. How can I get a better body? I'm guarantee you, you're gonna find whether you're on Google or you're on YouTube, whether I don't care where you're at, you're gonna start finding the answers because you're looking for the answers. I'm also working on something else I'm working on. This is the new Psycho-Cybernetics guidebook. I have 2 copies of the Psycho-Cybernetics. Dr. Maxwell Maltz. Anybody knows good old Uncle Max was awesome. If you guys had a chance to check out the new Psycho-Cybernetics, it's a good book. Deals with your mind. Work on yourself. Work on your mind. Don't be distracted by what's going on outside of you. And for me, that's why social media sometimes is a challenge because there's Tumblr for me. There's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. So there's a lot of things. And let's be for real. Yeah, that it's definitely worth the checkout. Red Brand 47 is definitely worth the checkout. But let's be for real. How can you give your attention and you can scatter your attention all over the place? You're not being an expert in anything. You're not an expert in anything because your attention is all over the place. If you have a singleness of purpose, and this is what I've always tried. This is what I've tried to grasp from the readings and the different things that I've done over and on my path and over the years, is that you have to have a singleness of purpose, and your mind and your energy cannot be scattered. Do not scatter your energy. You can't read 100 books. The full name, one more time, it's The New Psycho-Cybernetics by Dr. Maxwell Maltz. That's the book that I have. I have it on my bookshelf, but I just have the guide. Hold on, I'll show you guys the book. I believe I got it right here, and it's definitely, as you see the guy walking out of the darkness and into the light. It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it if you get a second to check it out. I've had this for years. I love it. I love it. I just have the guide with me right now, so I definitely got to get into this again and put in the work. Like I said, put in the work. But remember, it's not the answers aren't outside of you; it's inside of you. And when you learn how to, my pleasure, anytime. When you learn how to utilize your mind, and when you learn your mind will attract certain people into your life. Your mind will attract certain things into your life. Your mind will attract certain situations into your life. Once you understand, for example, have you ever had your mind on something and all of a sudden it appeared out of nowhere? That's your mind going to work. That's your mind going to work, trying to find you the answers. But it's what you put inside your mind. That's really, really important. That's and that people aren't going to tell you this. People aren't going to tell you. But if you don't study yourself and you don't spend that time by yourself and stop scattering your forces, please don't scatter your forces. And what I mean when I say don't scatter your forces, don't scatter your mind. Don't scatter your mental energy all over the place. Focus on whatever it is that you study. And the practice you might want to try is get it done. Like, don't start something new until you finish what it is that you've started. And like I said, I've had a problem with this in my life. Like, I'll get a book and I'll jump around. I'll read something I can't finish. And sometimes I think I'm a little ADD at times. But at least you should try to finish something before you move on and digest that information and learn and get better. But not only should you study yourself, study your environment, learn your environment, and also don't be just a hearer. Be a hearer of good or a hearer of information and suck up all the information. Please do something. Do something. Don't sit back. If you're getting like great information and great content, do something. There's a call to action. There's a unique selling proposition and a lot of things. But what I would say is, whatever information that you're getting and you want to learn, whatever you're learning, apply it. Applied knowledge is what's really important. It's not knowledge is okay. Knowledge is cool, but applied knowledge, don't forget it. Applied knowledge is where the secret really is. Because if you don't apply what you know, I meet people all the time. They know this, they know that, they know this person, they know that person, but if you ask them where they're going, they don't know where they're going. They know this information. They got this esoteric knowledge. They've got this occult knowledge. They've got that over there. They know this John over there and Susie over here. But at the end of the day, they don't know where they're going. So what I would say is, whatever information you get that's relative for you on your path, make sure you apply it. So if it doesn't work for you, you could get rid of it real quick. And what works for you, you keep it and you grow. Make sure you grow from the information and the knowledge. Remember, there's tons of universal laws, maybe over 100. universal laws. But when you start learning them and you start making it a part of your life, then I'm not saying life will be easy. I'm just saying you'll get a better grasp. You'll get a better understanding. You'll take the element of surprise out. You'll take a lot of the guessing out of certain things. You know, the law of cause and effect. This is here's a big one for me. It's into so much into everything in our lives that a lot of people don't even realize that it exists. The law of cause and effect. Okay? Well, you can look around you and you say, well, I got up this morning, I went to work. Well, what's the cause? Well, the cause is you probably want to pay your bills. The cause is you probably want to do something better. The cause is, it's probably a means to an end. Well, what's the effect? The effect is the cash that you're going to receive when you get paid. That's the effect. What's the cause? What causes you to get up in the morning? What inspires you? There you go. Facts. Fact. Now that's facts. You got to ride the wave. Ride the wave. I'll even go a step further, Brand. I would say, Red Brand, I would say create the wave. Create the wave. Create the wave. Ride it out. And the best way to predict the future is to create it. Create your future. Create your future. I definitely feel you. I definitely feel you. So whatever your cause is, for some people, they may get inspired to go hard in life because they want a better life for their kids, or they want a better life than their parents, or they want a better life just because, or they may have a rough upbringing. Well, that's the cause. Well, what's the effect? The effect is only the monetary stuff or the material things that comes afterwards. Those things come afterwards, but you have to put in the work first. You have to put in the work first. Most people, if you don't work hard for something or you don't work for it, you won't appreciate it. You won't enjoy it. You just, and that's the thing about certain times or certain things. And for me, I don't like to just give my kids things because I want them to value it. I want them to value what it took to get it. And a lot of times, if you're just giving everything, you really might not appreciate it. You hear what I said? You might not appreciate what it is or what it took to get it. All right? So you make sure you work, whether it's using your mind, whether it's using your hands, in order to get what it is that you want. If you want money, use your mind. Use your mind. Use your mind. Learn the stock market. Find people who are doing what you want to do. Find those people. Seek those people out. Find a mentor. That's the cause. That's the cause. That's the cause. You're working on the cause. Why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to be rich? Why do you want to? What's your big why? What drives you? And that's what these guys are always saying. That's the cause. The effect, the money is the effect. Being okay, cause of the still had to go. Absolutely. Am I fair? There you go. Well, there you go. Facts. Yeah, but and now you're getting on living on another realm and dealing with a higher aspect. Not everybody is on the 3D or on the 5D. Not everybody is on the same dimension, on the same wave, on the same frequency. Everybody's on a different frequency, and I understand that. But you have to do what works for you, because there's definitely things that you do on this plane that's probably going to affect you on a higher level of consciousness, or on a higher level of awareness. There's no doubt about it. But to be more aware of your surroundings and aware of what's going on around you, that's key. But I'm just talking in a material way, or in a way that's gonna help people, try to help people grow, help people think differently. Think differently. Think outside the box. Think outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. That's why people loved X, because X thought outside the box. He wasn't just cookie cutter. Don't be cookie cutter, guys. Don't be cookie cutter. There's no need to be afraid. People are usually afraid of what they don't understand. Humans are usually afraid of things that they don't understand. Think outside the box. Stay outside the box. Don't be a conformist. Be an artist. Be an artist. And when I say what I mean when I say be an artist, be an artist, be an artist. Use your mind. Use your mind. Your mind can solve any problems, but you have to use your mind. I was watching Demon Slayer today on Netflix. Wow. And one of the guys was telling the student that you have to use your mind to solve your problems. And that was like worth the price of admission for me. You have to use your mind in order to solve your problem. Nobody can solve your problems for you. You have to solve your problems. So that may mean, okay, you may be in a situation that you may not like right now, but the only way you can get out of that situation is by finding a solution. How are you going to find a solution? The way to find a solution is to be quiet, shut up, think about it, think about it, think about it, think about it. And I know Drake said, don't think about it too much, but I'm telling you, don't listen to that dude. Think about it. Think about the situation, and also, okay, there you go. Absolutely, there you go. I agree. I definitely agree. Because remember, and I'm gonna correct myself here. You know, Brand, I appreciate that, Brand 47. But remember, whatever you focus on, wherever energy goes, attention goes, energy flows. Wherever attention goes, energy flows. So remember, if you're thinking about problems, you're going to get problems. So think about the solution. I should correct myself there. Don't think about the problem. Be solutions driven. You know what I mean? Think about the solution. What's the solution? So when you start thinking about what's the solution, your brain will go into action to help you find the solution. Don't think about the problem. Think about the solution. And that's anything in life, guys. Don't think about not having enough. Think about how can you have enough. Think about that. And that's what's really important. That's what's really important. It's thinking, learning to think, and understanding that you own a mind free and clear. Free and clear. Nobody could take your mind. Nobody could take your mind. That's why X lives. This is why he lives, and he'll always live, because his mind was so diverse. You have a unique mind. Each and every last one of you guys have a unique mind. You have a beautiful mind. You are a beautiful, infinite creator. Just keep creating, keep evolving. Remember, we don't care about the haters. You can't even worry about them. When you put the focus on where it needs to be and where it has to be, you will obliterate every obstacle. You will destroy every obstacle that's in front of you. You will, because you will become the master. Mind is master. Mind is master. You will become the master, and you will guide your life to where you want it to be. You won't wait for somebody to feed me. No, you don't need to do that. Feed yourself. Feed yourself. Think for yourself. Start consuming that information. Not only consuming that information, be solutions and results. Results. Become results driven. Results driven. Think about the results. Focus on the results. Focus on the results. You want some money? Focus on the results. There's got to be a cause for you doing what you do. I appreciate you guys. Red Brand, thanks for showing up, Red Brand 47. I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to have in store, but I just had to come here tonight. I just wanted to touch base. I just wanted to come in and bring some, hopefully you got something out of this live. And I just wanted to share some energy, some positive energy. I'm definitely getting things out of it all the time, especially the channel. I'm on Twitch too, so I'm just learning that format right now. I'm learning that platform, and I'm trying to wrap my hands around that and get my head around that. But like we were just talking about, don't scatter your oh man, I appreciate you too, Red Brand 47. I appreciate you. You know, thank you for showing up. You know, I definitely appreciate you. I respect the divinity in you, and I salute the divinity in you. but also know that on this life, there's going to be obstacles. I salute you, baby. I salute you. But we are going to have obstacles, and don't worry about them. Don't worry about it. Just face it. It's not about getting knocked down. It's about keep on getting up. If you get knocked down, which life will throw you blows, get back up again. Just get back up again. Don't stay on the ground. Don't not stay on the ground. Don't lay in the grass and act like you don't know that divinity's in you. The answers are in you. I mean, we were fashioned and created with everything that we needed already within us. A creator created everything here, and everything that he or she made is good. Is good. And that's the fact. Whether people know it or not, that's not for me to decide. But all is good. All is good. There's not one source. There's not one power in the universe. There's not two powers, I'm sorry, in the universe. There's only one source. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I got on a ramble. I got on a rant tonight, and that's cool. But happy Hump Day. Thank you, guys. I respect the divinity in you. I salute the divinity in you. Remember, keep creating, keep evolving. There's no need to compete. We just create. We don't compete. We create. Keep creating, keep evolving. We respect the divinity in you. We salute the divinity in you. I'll be back tomorrow, guys. I will be back with something nice, hopefully, for you guys tomorrow. I'll be on around about 6 or 7, start a little earlier, and I'll definitely send you guys some positive energy. Take that. Have a good night, guys. Take care. I love you guys. Peace.